Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Transport Fever. For those of you just tuning in for the first time, this is a large map played in a rectangular style, and yeah, it's 1893. We're just about at the point of decent profitability now. Let's not go overboard here. We're still not out of the woods yet in terms of making some cash. But the goal, of course, is to get to the point where we can expand regularly and keep things moving along and progressing nicely. Sorry, I was rather taken by the appearance of the train there. So yes, we're doing okay. We've got a good solid passenger route running here from Boston through Warren out to Indianapolis. Now the only weak section of this is this uphill crawl that our friend is doing here, 36 kilometers an hour. Basically, that's about 12 and a half stone. Yeah, it's not quick. So more powerful engines, more powerful locomotives when they come along will make a big difference on that front. Likewise, it will up the frequency, but we're not a million miles away from having that possibility. Also in actually working rather well, our shipping line, our first one, Grain and Cow. It's that's ticking along actually better than one ship can handle alone. But there should be new shipping options available soonish. In fact, let's have a quick look. We'll follow the ship along in a moment. But no, there's a decent cargo paddle steamer that comes into service relatively soon, that can carry 100 rather than just the 50 that this little fella can deal with. Once we've got one of those on the go, I think we'll up the tempo on shipping food around, because that would appear to be, well, a relatively easy money maker, I reckon. Yes, we all reckon. Good. Well, that's that sorted then. Okay, so what's actually going on? Are we only delivering food to one town right now, and that's Warren, which would seem to be, a bit of a disappointment for anybody else out there who's peckish once in a while. But also, I want to make sure that I'm ticking the boxes for running services that actually make sense. Make any sense profit-wise. Let's turn that off, and while we're at it, that as well. Largely because there are better vehicles coming in soonish, and we want to make sure that we've not just recently upgraded. So as you can see, the shipping actually does a reasonable amount of cash, but it's the two passenger trains running between Warren, Boston, and Indianapolis. In fact, Warren it shouldn't really be in the name there, should it? It should be Indianapolis, Boston. And Boston. That's Boston in Tennessee, just for those of you who get the joke. Right, okay, so expansion is the name of the game. We've got 4.5 million quid's worth of debt that we're saddled with at the moment, and it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, I've watched several people have a crack at the early stage of the game, and those who are having greater levels of success either appear to be playing on easier difficulty levels, starting at 1900, or starting at 1900 would be nice, or are playing on smaller maps. So, medium on a large map is not the simplest way to go about things. How many did you pick up there, chum? 48 of 48. That's exactly what we want to see. Now I've picked up this save and run forward with it by 30-40 years, and I've got a really nice depot redevelopment going on, which I'm kind of itching to do here, but it's a couple of 100,000. That doesn't actually make me any more money. So ignore the completely hideous depot spur we've got going on here right now. We need to be thinking about what's our next cunning move. And I may deviate from my kind of standalone version of this, or let's refer to it as the experimental version, shall we? Now, the choices are, and what I've tried that works is setting up a train line here that runs out in parallel to the passenger line down to Indianapolis to get some food going there. Not inexpensive to set up, but it does really help kick the food production into high gear. That said, until I've got the new ship, I don't want to mess with that just yet. So what I do want to do, however, is I want to set up, or rather replicate the passenger service that is already making good money. That's option 1. Option 2 would be leveraging this stone mine, which I believe people in the know call a quarry. Upgrade that and turn it into get that feeding into the docks as well, and get a stone shipment going somewhere so that we can start feeding industrial as much as we're feeding commercial. Anyway, good news, steam lorry now available, so that's going to eat some cash. Steam lorry, give me some of this. There you go, have that. Get rolling. We'll set it at 25%. In fact, we'll do that with all of the goods routes we're running at the moment. How many am I running on there? What's that, 5? I think we could probably up the tempo and run another couple there, but we'll not get carried away too quickly, because we're still at a precarious stage, friends. We don't want to overdo it now and be crying into our beer in half an hour, because that won't do us any good. We're in this for the long stretch. There you go, road vehicle 7. Which one's that then? This commuter in Boston. Well, actually, I want to retire one because the Boston commuter service doesn't quite make as much cash as I might have hoped. That said, I'm just going to leave it the hell alone for the moment. There we go. Indecision. Indecision is our watchword. Excellent. Right. Good. Fine. We've got trucks happening. Should we go? Yeah, let's go have a... Well, they're not so much trucks. These are traction engines, I guess. Look at this noble beast of the road. I mean, that looks pretty precarious with your food load on there, but it does look resplendent in the Colonel's famous orange. You'd be hard pressed to find a more glamorous looking traction engine driver. And doesn't he know it? Speaking of which, oh no, we can't. We can't interrogate him directly, but we can ride along up to the top of what appears to be Smog Central. Magnificent. I am just buying a little time here while all of those chaps refresh themselves. Where possible, I try and avoid using speed up. So obviously, if I'm in a live stream situation, I will activate a bit more speed to save just hanging around waiting for something to happen. But in this case, I just need a minute, and then we shall look at what our next move is. And it may well be the food-based train line, but I need to investigate whether construction materials are actually the way to go, because that would be it's a whole separate revenue stream, which, you know, I'm pretty excited about. Anyway, here we are, the noble streets of Boston, in Kansas. Very nice, matching skirts. Clearly the fashion is in. In fact, they're all wearing them. You know, there's that, you know, go out to the shops and you find that everybody else is wearing exactly the same thing as you. I tell you, that's the kind of thing that plagues me on a daily basis. So there we go. I've had enough of following this chap. Good. So yeah, there's, you know, they're ticking along. They're making a bit of cash. I mean, what have we spent? 221 grand on getting those set up, and we're only down 100. So we're 100 grand up effectively this year. See, that's how I spin that. That's a thing. Now, until we get a new locomotive, the passenger train service we're running is what it is. We're just going to have to suck it up there. But let's have a look at our ferrying options here. Now, we've got... I mean, actually, the one thing we don't have is a shortage of stone. I mean, we've got 2 good quarries going on here, and actually I could truck out the stone here to use the larger terminal area. As much as it's the same size port right now, it won't be for very long, because it actually has room to expand. I've expanded the other one in my kind of experimental game, and yeah, you don't have a lot of room to play with. Let's put it that way. So the question is there a stone to construction materials factory anywhere useful? Not like that one or that one, because the basic principle I'm going for here is one food processing plant will service the entire map eventually. Likewise, one construction materials factory will service everywhere. But what I'm after is one that's fairly close, like here, to the river. This might do it, you know. And it's a good trek from up the way. Oh, hold on. No, we have a second option. We have this option as well. Although I'll be very surprised if that's navigatable. Well, apparently it is. Okay, well, let's have a look, because this would be closer. Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Well, look, options galore. Now we're going to need trucks to take it the last step of the way. Likewise, we also have this refinery. I'm liking the look of this as a concept. So I think we go hybrid refinery and I don't believe it. I don't believe I just did that. I honestly don't. Once again, I've placed the wrong dock. Now, at this point, I'm going to raise. Firstly, yeah, I get used to me making the same mistakes repeatedly, but moreover, oh, for crying out loud, what I don't do is I don't roll back my save unless I go bankrupt. If I go bankrupt, I'll roll back and try and fix it, because you know that's part of the challenge. We're going to need to up the tempo. But anything less than a catastrophic disaster, and we keep going and see if we can't turn it around. Oh, for crying out loud! That's 200 grand. I'm not going to see again, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to need a road down that bridges across. What are we thinking? Probably going this way. No, we don't want to build we want to build as cheap a bridge as possible. So let's start with this one. This is going to be fairly cheap, I would have hoped. There you go. You're not getting anything underneath that, but I don't need to get anything underneath that because this is the edge of the map. Right, and then spin it around the corner. Because we will start with taking quarried materials. Is that the smarter thing to do? Who cares about smarts? This is what we're going to do, all right? So, you know, live with it, deal with it, get a handle on it, man, and just you know, crack on. No. Oh, show me the contours. Okay, well, you know, we can follow that a little bit further, but I'm short of readies. What have we got going on here? We've already made 1.4 million this year, so we're not likely to make much more. It might be time to borrow some more money. Let's super speed through to the end of the year so that I can borrow some cash and avoid paying 1 year's. I mean, it's only 7,500, but you know. Oh no, hold on, there we go, a bit more cash. We're going to spend every penny that comes in for a little while. There we go. Now, I want to keep this road as straight as possible, because that way lies the best profit margin, but there isn't a massive amount of choice. That wasn't too expensive. Oh, hold on. What do we got? New state car. Thrilled am I. Okay, right. So we stick a truck stop there, and we can stick another one in Henderson. So there's easy money, or easy money. No such thing. There's an easy route there from the get-go, and we are going to okay, let's cash up here. Give me a couple more hundreds, thousands. Yes, so if we can serve both of these industrial areas with one stop, there we go. Go on, talk to me. God, where's the greater density? I think it's over here is the greater density. What about the other side of the road? How do you feel about that? Indifferent is how you feel about the other side of the road. All right. Well, let's stick it in, and then we'll do something similar over here. Now, the other thing is that, you know, as long as it's in range of the port, which it isn't yet, almost. Right. Okay. So it will highlight in grey the port roads when it's in range. So what we want is to be as far from the port as possible while still in range of its catchment area, to speed the delivery up. And I wonder if it's going to be possible to sneak a quick street through there. Oh, look, what do you know? Because by doing that, we'll spend a little less than that, I think. Although I'm far from certain that this is going to be a sensible use of money. We're going to do it anyway. Right, what do you got? So I want this truck stop to be in range both of the port and of the refinery, which right there is, and that keeps it nice and quick to get to town. All right, so we're going to bring stone in, and we have two choices. Do we think that this existing quarry is in range of the port? Who knows? I reckon probably not. But we're not going to find out unless we give it a spin. So, I mean, construction's not. Construction's very possible. Give me this. See, you had an attitude problem. There's nothing wrong with the construction chances there. That was not a problem. Why are we doing this kind of, you know, bow-shaped behavior here? Just get it in. There we go. Right. Let's have a look. Kill that off. Have a look at this. No. Have a look at that. Oh, it also shows how far along the road it'll stretch. So actually that port is not. Damn. Now, the idiot part of my brain says, well, we could move the port. Because it does feel like a bit of a redundant. Helps if you spin it around the right way. I mean, there's no guarantee that that would reach either. We can move the truck stop. Okay, fine. So we could go there instead. This will cause minor disruption, but I think in the long term it's superior. Although it really leaves no room for expansion at all. Okay, yeah, fine, good. When I decide to do something, it gets done. There, look, know that you're that one. You're the one that already existed, okay? This is just a relocation. And as much as I didn't check that, there we go. Pretty certain. All right, likewise, get rid of this. And make sure you're in range of the port itself. Still in range? Not in range. Still in range. Okay. Right, so now I'm going to need to tidy up those routes because I'm sure I just broke those. Yeah, there we go. Add station there. And then Flint, Grain and Cow, add station right about there. Okay, good. Right. Hopefully that will now, you know, get rolling. This operation has cost me a smidge more than might have been desirable, but, you know, we spend because we care. Likewise, I'm still replacing vehicles at 25%, which is unwise. There you go, turn that off. The reason I'm setting it back to 100% before turning it off is historically you've always received a warning that that vehicles were over age if they'd passed their replacement age. Okay, so you know that's why I've done that. Flint, Grain and Cow. There we go. Now hopefully that line recovers quickly. Likewise, I think we want to put a bypass in here because we're going to erode our profit margin by making those chaps take that corner. There we go. I know it's additional expense, but I think the profit lifetime wise will make up for it. Here we go. Look, we've got a foot race going on here between this chap who'd already committed to the old route and this one who's taken the one we just placed. Yeah, look at that. There's no competition, is there? Smashing. Three-way pile-up. Kaboom. Right. Okay, how much have I confused this little ship? Not at all. Excellent. Now, hopefully you guys are dropping off. Why you no carry anything? Have I broken that route? Can't roll it out. Yeah, there's nothing waiting here. You're not using a line. Right, that route's now broken. Brilliant. Excellent. It might take until the ship turns up. Let's hope it takes until the ship turns up and no longer than that. Meanwhile, we can get another route set up, at least. Right, we'll go from Flint south. And this is going to be quite the trek. And also, it's not going to be able to do it at the moment. I have to replace this bridge. So this will be what's this? Hen stone bulk. Right, and we need to pop a more graceful bridge about here. Or rather, a less graceful bridge. The previous occupant was relatively robust. This one needs to be. Need to give it some air. No, you're not interested. Too much slope. All right. Well, we'll give you a bit more room. See how you get on with that. Just, you know, don't cost me an arm and a leg if at all possible. Up. Turn green. There we go. Well, that's quite the bridge there. Do we want to go wood? Wood is going to cost me 169. Well, we'll take that then. Splendid. Right, let's buy a ship to stick on that. As much as there is a better ship coming pretty soon, I'm going to do it right now. So let's do that, and we're going to set that to be. I want it stone one day. I'm going to trust in the automatic. I'm going to trust in automatic to get the job done without making too much of a fuss. All right, there we go. Set line, stone bulk. Right, now that's going to take a fair chunk of time to get where it's going. Likewise, every ship is going to be set to wait until full at this end. Are you told to wait until you get... You there? No, you should wait until full. Or I mean, I won't make it wait the entire time. I'll just make it wait until something happens. However, the lack of output from up here is a little concerning. I might need to relay the route entirely. That's a pain. I'm not bothered about road vehicle 10. Come on. Look, I don't want to have sabotaged myself unless it's absolutely flipping necessary. No. It's because I bulldozed the stop and I didn't set the route first and all of the above. Come on, just kick out one thing and then I can claim that this will actually start working again. Likewise, if I set that back on its mission, sometimes that kicks a route into operation because it kind of goes, oh, I see what you're planning here. Okay, right. Well, we'll get right on that. There we go. So that's that done. Let's up the tempo just a touch to see if that has the desired effect. Anything over there. Just go on. It's still in range. Yeah. Come on. Do it. You're not doing it. Okay, let's try it again. New line from that to this, okay, and we'll assign half of these over onto that. So I'm going to keep that named as line 1 at the moment, just purely so that I can remember which one I've chosen. Line 1 and another one. Line 1. It's exactly the same route, but the semantics of that route may assist that farm in actually starting to cough up some goods again. But hey, you can't beat taking a profitable enterprise and wrecking it for entertainment value. And we'll pick up next time with our progress and see if we've actually got this thing back under control again. Because currently, not so much. Come on, farm. Come on. For me. Come on, you champion. Details. No details. It's got it stored. Just send them over there. People will buy them. We want any. Just drop any one piece of goods off, and my faith will be restored. And I've got another move, which is a bit of an act of desperation. We could do that. I'm going to. See, I can't keep the viewers hanging when there's a potential idea. Right, and then we just bang that straight back in. Oh, it doesn't want to. What's your problem? There we go. Try that. Anyway, I'll continue to try various things in order to get this working again, up to and including bulldozing everything. Thank you very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. Still a little slow moving right now. We're working on getting to the point where profits come thick and fast, as much as they ever do. And that's clearly going to take a little while to happen. Particularly if every dock that I place 2 of them. Oh, come on. Anyway, chuck a like on this one if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe if you've not yet done so you don't miss out on the next episode. I'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.